before the rabbis would meet with their Christian counterparts, they would read about Jacob's swindling of Esau, and so I mean this is a how-to manual for how to live. So no, I guess cheating, as long as you get away with it and make it work.
But he gets paid back. I mean,
well, but are we with Laban?
With
cheating?
Laban, yeah.
Do the rabbis teach that this was payment for his misdeed?
Yeah.
Oh, they do.
That's pretty common. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, well, good on the rabbi. Okay, so it's like karma.
Yeah. The matriarchs had trouble bearing children. The Art Scroll commentary says the sages taught that the matriarchs were barren because God desires the prayers of the righteous. So God made them barren so that they pray to Him. Do you buy that?
No, well, if it's true, then God is, again, we're seeing a very selfish side of God, because this is the most earnest desires of these women's hearts, and He's like, yeah, but I just, I need you, baby. Like, I don't want you, like, going out doing your own thing. Like, I got needs. That's God. So I don't like that. I mean, do you buy it? I mean, do you buy that? Like,
no, I don't.
And, well, why do you think they were barren?
I'm not really sure, but I don't think it's because God was desiring their
Their
prayers.
Well, you'd hope not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the reason I thought there's this idea of the reason I thought Rachel was barren until the end and Leah was so fertile was because of, again, this idea that just pure exertion, pure force, like which I associate with the beautiful features of the woman, that's not ultimately that fertile. That the tenderness and kind of self-anchoring of Leah, which is what I got of her, that's where the true fertility is. So that's why has so many issue, and Rachel tends not to.
Now, Josh in the chat room says, Joey, have some respect, put a yarmulke on. You know you'd respect a mosque if you'd walk into one, so why won't you respect your own religion?
Well, I would do that as a show of respect for Luke. I'd be happy to put a yarmulke on. But I have an answer. I have a question. Yeah, no, actually, Josh, but thank you for raising that point. It wouldn't have occurred to me. And but when in
Rome,
when in the hovel. The real answer, the reason, Josh, is that it wouldn't occur to me is I don't think of a kippah as, I see of it as just kind of a social convention.
It's not in the Torah, sir.
It's not in the Torah, and also it's... Yeah, it seems to be kind of a public thing, like a public demonstration of...
But as penitence, instead of using hair clips to keep his yarmulke on, he's just going to stick these pins...
Pin them into my head.
Pins them into his head.
That I'll be especially cognizant of Hashem's presence over me, and that He can prick me if I'm not fulfilling His desires. So put tzitzit on.
I don't want him to sweat all over my tzitzit. No. It's bad enough.
No, my blood pressure's down, so I'm not. My sweating should be alleviated. I think it's better. Yeah. No. You call that diaphoresis. Well, no, but anyway, false piety. If I made a show of false piety, that wouldn't be respect for religion. I would be pretending to be something that I'm not yet. Right.
God made him this way.
Yeah, that's yeah. So take it up with Him. No, but thank you. Actually, I'm glad you mentioned that.
So Rachel saw that she had not borne children to Jacob, so Rachel became envious of her sister. So ordinarily, according to the Art Scroll commentary, envy is not a commendable trait, but there are exceptions. Sages teach that envy of another's Torah achievements leads one to study more and results in an increase in knowledge. Here too, Rachel was certain that Leah had earned the privilege of having so many children because of her superior righteousness. Such envy is wholesome. What do you think? Do you think that Rachel It's certain that Leah had earned the privilege of having so many children because of her superior righteousness.
Why, that's not normally how people work. Normally we come up with a story that works better for us. So she probably thinks, well, she's like, a fat chick. Fat chicks are, they got wide hips and stuff. So I don't know. That's normally how you don't say, like, yeah, the reason that person has something I don't is because they're so righteous. Great. Yeah, they're so righteous. Right. But also envy. What do you think about the idea of envy as a positive thing?
Yeah, I mean, sure, fair enough. If someone's envious of another's Torah achievements, then that spurs them on to study more Torah, then that's good. But I would never think that someone's getting ahead of me because they're being so righteous.
Yeah. And are there many situations in life where that's true? Where if you're thinking of it in terms of accomplishment, that, the reason that... righteousness doesn't lead to... There's no direct relationship between righteousness and success.
Right.
I don't think. Do you agree with that? Success out in the world,
Yeah, no, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'll plead agnosticism on that one.
I know. So, what are the other? Do you know, like the dream? It's interesting to me that he's in the middle of his destination, somewhere where he's got nothing. He's resting on a rock, and then he has this dream of God being with him, and the angels being So one interpretation is that they were showing him that the exile would feel endless. But what was the nature of that dream, according to? Do you know?
Well, there are all sorts of different interpretations. Just like sometimes, usually we go through life kind of oblivious, and then suddenly we feel the air and we smell the scent and we see the sunset, and life becomes more alive. Or you have a powerful dream and it shakes you up. So it's just you get glimmers of the transcendent in life.
And isn't it always through, not always, but isn't it through sensual stuff? Usually, often, like that, it's sense experience that.
Yeah, a new woman.
Yeah, well, right. Well, because women are sensual, and if you see the beauty of seeing the beauty in life, and in the small moments, in the small things in life. It's always the wonderfulness of how something smells, or the way it looks, or the way it feels, or especially the way it feels. It's and it's in moments where you're not.
It's not so much when you walk into a synagogue where the air is stale.
No. In anything,
people smell bad.
That's a challenge. That's a challenge to hold, because it brings out the worst, the worst in you, I think.
So what about when the mandrakes? When what was it?
The Dudaim?
Yeah, the Dudaim.
Wait, why'd you say mandrakes?
Isn't that the English translation?
I thought Dudaim was an untranslatable term. I don't even know what a mandrake is, though, either. So
something with certain powers. It's a plant. Mandrake is a plant, and it has certain powers. And where is...
my transverse abdominis is just not tight. It's just not tight enough.
Your what?
My transverse abdominis.
What the hell is that?
That's the muscle, the abdominal muscle that should be activated rather than the superficial ones. I'm saying that I'm making myself look fatter than I am.
Okay, so Mandrake.
I was told at Esha Torah, I believe at Esha Torah in Jerusalem, that Dudaim was a term that we had no clue what it meant.
Okay, mandrake roots, mandrake. Mandrakes, well, we do know what mandrakes are, and you just have to put it into Google.
Now we know.
Mandrake is the common name for the plant genus Mandroga. In the Hebrew Bible, they're supposed to help a woman conceive a child. They're also Hebrew Dudaim means love plant. Among certain Asian cultures, it is believed to ensure a conception.
Huh.
So
it's like a fertility thing.
Yeah. So
And who